Hello and welcome back to Avowed. So, last time we explored a bit of parodies. Oh boy. Lag. Come on. Okay. This game still doesn't run perfect. Got a little more used to it, but... Why is it... Oh, this is especially bad right now. Why is it, good? Not really. Maybe? I don't know, maybe this is a bad place. I don't know. Whatever.
Unseen, unheard.
Yeah, before Paris, then I fell into this place where there's a bunch of spiders, so gonna have to fight some spiders. See if I could have snuck out here. I didn't. Alright. Got that in your hole. It does, you can't just keep holding. That's right.
I was just getting warmed up.
It will attack eventually. Yeah, just randomly got into this place. I don't know where I am. But yeah. Oh. Is this? I think we saw this here. Went up there. I think so. In here. Right? Like I have. Must have been. Okay. Anyway. Let's go back in. Hopefully there's another way back. Something down, some break, at least. Just there. Okay. Can I get through here? Can. Okay. I went one time. Nice through here. And that. Goodbye. Game froze for a sec. No, I definitely haven't been here. Well, I don't know. Money, hot stuff. Just gonna fall in here. The game is struggling today. More than usual. I don't know why that sometimes seems to happen. Who knows? Alright. Bang down. The way our weapon. So... Should I just go to the ambassador right now? Like we found him last time, you know. There are two parts of this. I assume we need to do both. So I guess you just go to the ambassador, right? Probably. Not have anything I can sell. Guess I'll just quickly see. Can I have a fifth? Right, this. Yeah, now I think I should just sell this. Like it is tempting, but I think I should sell it. So I will. So that. Keep that. This I should put in the camp really. And that. And this. Need the armor. Yeah. I need these. That's everything. Okay.
No signs of a struggle. Looks like this adventure to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go up.
I assume you intend to
Have I seen you before? I don't think I have.
I take it you're new to these parts? If so, you're going to want to heed my advice. Up these stairs is the Pearl District. Ever since the Sparrowhawks took over, it's become a right deadly place.
Why should I care about these spellhogs? Who are they? What do they want with the pearl? What do they want with the pearl? What do they want with the Pearl District anyway? Do we know it? I don't want it. Good thing I'm right little person.
A group of smugglers. Vicious killers, the lot of them, as far as I'm concerned. A number of artisans actually support these piles of Stelgar dung, if you can believe it. They see them as a beacon of independence, resisting your countrymen.
Do you know it? Thanks for warning.
Oh, watch out for their leader. He's a big, mean bastard, that one.
Big? No offense, but I've eaten chickens bigger than you.
Says you, fish man. Can you believe the cheek on that one?
What can you tell me about him? Oh, not a big guy. I'm taking my boots. I'm leaving now. I want to say that, but nah, let's get more info.
Thala the Taskmaster, they call him. An ogre, if you can believe it. Only seen him once, myself, and I hope it stays that way.
Finally, what a prey. I met a few visible ogres in my travels. They were all hotheads. Not surprised. I found ogres were recluses who lived in caves and stole livestock. Lucky for you, my people are here to keep the peace. They don't come on last long. I'm leaving now.
Worthy? You Adirans are a right concerning bunch. Regardless, may the Lord of the Hunt watch over you.
Adirans ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
God, got a real ugly mug.
Where am I? I thought I was... Okay, I don't think my, Okay, the icon was on a different thing than I thought it was. This is another area. We'll go ahead later, but yeah. Wanna go to the better, I think. Remember when Paradise was a small town? The Cleverture, barely even a toddler at the time, didn't mediate anything more complicated than a bar brawl. Well, we have rules we don't understand, restrictions and practices we didn't think to protect. Checkpoints, borders, arrests, good folk vanishing in the night. And for what? Blasphemy? Oath breaking? Loss of an empire for strangers. Aiders keeping the wilderness at a safe distance, but we don't understand what we gave up in the compromise. Remember when Paradise was a small town? God, when did we become a city?
I always thought they should move to High Market. Then they'd make enough to eat.
So confusing what is A and what is B. It's not really. Yeah. I guess it's B. I want to go to.
No one's come to claim him. I suppose I should see.
So then. Yeah. I got confused. And it's whatever, it's fine, it's fine. I'll just, yeah, it's fine. Oh, is this one crystalline on?
I wish that sawbones would hurry up. I gotta get back to him. No one else is coming to help. Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but we didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the Envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
You look like a bat, but have you for lunch? What happened? You need me to find you a healer? I just met one. Liliana. Lie. No, I'm the other mysterious godlike in the Emperor's employ. What happened?
My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and guards. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
I can move faster than the embassy's soldiers. Where's your team now? See them all. I'll go after them. Some sound dangerous. What are you doing there? Expedition Corps? I don't think I've heard of you. The explorer of the Expedition Corps are legendary. And it's funny, you can just be like, oh, I don't know anything. Oh, it's legendary. I mean, you know. Guess that's your role-playing choice, if you want to know more or not. I prefer always kind of going in not knowing anything. That way I can get more information typically, I feel. And learn more about the world. Like, maybe it makes more sense on second playthroughs. I don't know, I mean, I don't know why you would say that when you don't know it. It seems weird to say something you wouldn't know as a player, but again, like I said it before, but this is a character that has knowledge of the world, unlike a lot of games like this. They've existed in this world for a while, you know, just you know, they haven't existed in the living lands, right, at this place. So this is a new place for us as both a player and as the, you know, character, you know. It's just, you know, make more sense if we don't know anything about this place. We do know some things. Anywho, I'll just say this.
They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know you're headed the right way when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you. She'll let you pass.
No problem. I'll see you people safely return. Look for some backpath, say hello to Segwin, go spelunking. Got it. All these pilgrims you mentioned. Anything else I should know? Not Holland. All these pilgrims.
Well, I gather they were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the living lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Aethys. Have you heard that name before? Maybe. Aethys is the god of rebirth, redemption, spawn, spring, and light. Years ago, a farmer by the name of Raidwen claimed to be a vessel of Aethys and went on a rampage across the eastern reach. Aethys was destroyed, but later rose again in the dead fire archipelago. What happened to him there is a matter of speculation. So, it sounds like this is the sort of world where if the gods aren't like beloved or worshipped, you kinda, you know, die off. Does that make sense? Because, well, do we know for a fact that gods exist in this world? I mean, we believe, or everybody believes in gods in this world, you know? We literally call it godlike, you know, as well. But I don't know if that's relevant. I mean, I don't know what the voice is supposed to be exactly, but it's vaguely godlike, but not really a god either, it seems. So I don't really know. But anyway, yeah. Anything else I should know?
We went there to talk to a man the locals call the Oracle. He's a godlike of Aethys, if you can believe it. The Oracle is said to possess a holy relic that belonged to Aethys, a part of the god's titan body. This Oracle, I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now. Especially my brother, Cadman. Don't forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
Alright, your quest.
I'm telling you, that temple was trapped.
Anyway, let's go talk to the ambassador. Let's read this first. What's the letter? Claritia Amon. I know the blighting of the strangleroot is a cause of concern, but must strongly discourage any trade deal that involves buying additional crops of your Miss Ivano. We cannot endorse the blasphemous trade of animancy, must just welcome it to our dinner tables. Ambassador Hilgard. Just gonna look around. I guess first, why not? If you don't mind. Letter to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor, I have been in Emerald's Lair long enough to confirm our worst suspicions. The people of your Miss Ivano cannot follow the laws of mortals or gods. Animancy and folk magic are peddled in defiance of Bodega. Their crimes are innumerable, their ways of life intolerable. All at lost, politically the unstable, to focus on themselves to notice us, our eager hands tightening the cabot. Okay. We await your order, your friend in the forest. Deviant dialects. The sun does not set on their deviant language. Those of us who commune with the proud language or some derivation? Why can't I say the word? Of it, populate every corner of Yora. Derivation. What's that word not make sense to me? How you say it? Words are hard. Whatever. Most of us who speak the wonderful tongue know it as a demon, but scholars and those obsessed with correctness often qualify it as a modern or contemporary Idean. This is in contrast to the language you and I speak today with Eld Idean, the old Elven language spoken in the Idean Empire back before the pioneer settlers of the Deerwood built their longships. If Eld Idean could be considered the mother of the living Idean, the language of Hillspeak could be seen as Idean's cousin. Hillspeak is speaking for common use, but many of the elves, especially the older one, in the Idean heartland still use this dialect. But you know or not, if you can read these words, you can understand Hillspeak. It is almost identical to Idean, but includes a large vocabulary of archaic words that have fallen out of use in today's Idean. When you hear bards sing old Idean poems, there are often lines of chorus that sound like melodic nonsense inserted into complete rhymes. These are usually instances of words that are lost from our common language, but still used in Hillspeak. While Hillspeak is familiar to speakers of so-called modern Idean, the same cannot be said of our language's predecessor. Eladian is a dead language, spoken by academics but not used in any major community. Eladian words are often familiar to Idean readers, but the words use orthography that has since been abandoned. I don't know what orthography is. Unfamiliar accents marks abound. For example, Eladian contains some diphthongs, I don't know, that have no place in the modern Idean, as well as a few tricky consonant clusters. E A I creates an IA sound that sounds like the colloquial notation here. Aya, I guess. Like Aya, okay. I'm really learning about a lot more of the language than I expected here. Okay. Eo sounds like Ao. The sound is still used in the modern word Iowa. Iowa. I guess it's Iowa. Then, okay. EY is pronounced as I, such as in wave. Wave. A. 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 I guess. A. I don't know. Language is weird. UE and U with an umlaut both create long O sounds, as in loop. Ooh. I guess ooh sound. That makes sense. So, yeah. Y sounds like a E sound, as in B. GJ sounds like the consonant Y, as in U. SC, oh, kitty, ouch. You jumped off and your claws went right into my skin as you did that. SC sounds like she, so you probably pronounce scup like shop. Okay, whatever. It's getting a lot. Why am I reading about the language of a fictional language here? You know, like the freaking, etymology or whatever it's called. I don't know. CG sounds like the DG end of a word, like hedge. So edge. I don't know. It is not uncommon for given names of Devons, the abundance, and with caverns or something to come from Old Adarian. Some examples. Alcuin is pronounced Aldween because of the long vowel sound of the Y. Dernisk is pronounced Dernish since the final SC cluster sounds like an SH sound. Yesta is pronounced Yesta on account of the DJ consonant cluster. Slag is pronounced like sledge. It's interesting, but I'm not gonna remember all this, Like, I'm gonna mispronounce these names anyway. Like, the game is literally giving me a way to figure out the pronunciation of these names, but trust me, I'm not gonna remember all this. Tursk is pronounced Fios, something? Task? I don't even know. See, even with the pronunciation, I'm not sure. Uskrim is Uskrim and not Uskrim. Ingmar is pronounced Ingmar, leading with a vowel sound. It is interesting because some of this is vaguely Nordic. It has some Nordic things going on now. Not exactly Danish, but maybe a little bit more like Norwegian or Swedish, perhaps. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna read the journal now. Ambassador Hilgard's journal. I must admit, it is proving impossible to build diplomatic relations. Locals have a natural distrust of outsiders, and we have nothing we want. Ursula Ludwin believes that time and pressure will prevail. With that, I shared her confidence. Ludwin, under her gaze, I feel scrutinized down to the bone, picked apart like carrion, and stared through by a pair of cold, motionless eyes that have glimpsed too far beyond the veil, reducing me to some depraved pilgrim who prays only for her ossified claws to work their way under my skin, liberating me from this pathetic envelope, until at last we are bound together as a skeletal pair, limbs intertwined, not as two beings but as one. I'm having a hard time reading today, I don't know why. It feels like, I don't know. There's no shame in being attracted to power. Nevertheless, I must keep feelings to myself, lest they be met with revulsion or worse, enthusiasm. You know everything? Sorry, man. I got a little distracted.
I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviona's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel?
Disoriented, lightheaded. My pulse is spacing. As rigorous as a dragon rot. It's funny you get two constitution things here. One if you're not very good right now, and one if you're doing better. Or like if your constitution is better, you get to be better. Or at least say you're better. I don't know. Anyway, well, I have considered chartering a boat back to Adia. Where's to get to work? Fine, so who killed me? Groaned pitifully, like I'd come back from the dead. Alright. I mean, I got the stats for it, so I'll say this.
Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps?
Give him the Emperor's missive. Here you are, Ambassador. All of them say the same. Hope this was worth the trouble. Glad to finally be rid of this thing.
Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation.
Great, message received. Let's talk about our payment. Enough dexterity. His Majesty is concerned the Crown's efforts in Living Lands could be jeopardized by the Dream Scourge. The Emperor sent me to investigate the Dream Scourge. I had to say this, you know.
Here's something to tide you over. But your work isn't finished just yet. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles.
Referring to how I healed the Arca in the Sanglewood. Maybe it has something to do with the godlike nature. With my godlike nature. I also found an ally in my gods. Well, again, you know, sometimes I want to say something else, but if the game gives me the chance to say these, you know, they are more unique. They are less likely that every single player is going to see them. So I will say them most of the time, like, unless it really draws me in that I have to say something else. This is funny, but, you know, I can live without saying that.
Well, not to mention your abrupt and untimely death. This embassy has no shortage of political foes. But the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities.
I do always wonder, you know, I'm not the kind of type to put a bunch of quick saves and just go through every single sentence someone has to say in case something changes or we get a bit of assault. But I sometimes do wonder, like, what would be the differences in what they say, you know? I don't replay games very often. It's pretty rare I do that. Especially like not giant RPGs, you know, or anything like that. So who knows how different things can be, but I know some games can be very different, you know. I have seen some playthroughs of games and I played on my own and seen, oh, this is pretty different actually from how we played it now. So yeah, Kitty's back. Hello, Kitty. I'll get to the bottom of the Dream Scourge, Ambassador, whatever it takes. Then better get to work. Found thoughtfully. Assumes I'm already here. You should have sent for me sooner. Now it may be too late. Dream Scourge. Where's the name come from anyway? We already figured that out, didn't we? It was like... Didn't we? What was it? I don't know.
Thank you, Envoy. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire.
Something about, like, how people got, like... hallucinated? Like it was a dream or something? Like they got, you know, started hallucinating and then they got he eventually went just full crazy and, you know, went on a rampage and whatever. Is that why it was called that? I don't know. Something like that. I was trying to figure out what the name was called. I didn't pay as much attention to what he was saying. Thank you, Inward. The island is in capable hands. Inquisitor Lupin thinks the plague is a distraction. I'm not concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. Okay, I see. I assume those are the people responsible for my death. As should be. Some of these rebels, who are they? Is living this worth all this trouble?
Your instincts do you credit. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
Well, if it's out in the open, we couldn't really see where it came from. Just shot an arrow at us from somewhere. They seem to have it out for us, specifically. Do you know why? Doesn't speak well to your diplomacy, Ambassador. Why go after me? I just got here. Killing me was bold. I killed him there. Such blatant disrespect cannot go on unavenged.
Something about a labor dispute gone wrong, I think. The Steel Garrote got involved, and it turned quite ugly.
A lot of disputes arise because people here have a strong aversion to being told what to do.
I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the living lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice.
Where's this Inquisitor Ludwig I keep hearing about? See, the dream says it's my top priority. Sounds like she's the one who is really in charge around here. I'll be one to decide to put in a penny. A little frontier justice is good for morale. Yeah, where is she?
Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the living lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal.
We've been there.
Rough part of
Can't
town,
you remember that?
even by the standards of Paradise.
Yeah, I get that they can't program every single thing I would possibly do in the game, but you know, we were there. We opened all the doors. I remember opening all the doors for some reason. That was important for me. Anyway, local expert is exactly what we need. A trainer? Kai, we're not hunting down. You're proven to be capable so far. What can he do that you can't? I'll consider him. Thanks for the recommendation.
Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the living lands.
Trickery, lies.
What?
The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another.
Yes, I wasted a watcher. I feel fine, if that's who I am. And maybe I'm so dangerous my soul is at risk.
You haven't seen what's really outside of these walls. Trust me, that bear was the least of it.
He's right about that much, Envoy.
Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it.
Wink. I always do. Let's get on with it. Then my assassin could be anyway, you know? I need by my side. Can I count on you? Always been like a mess, though. Can say this, though.
Oh, I wish I could see the killer's face when they realize the hunter has become the hunted. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
Okay. Anything else?
I can't tell you how grateful I am that you survived the attempt on your life. But let's not dwell on unpleasant matters.
Okay, nothing else I can say to you. Alright. Well, guess I'll go to the Grinning Balrog. Oh, I just noticed. Right, it does say B and A, and it does say, yeah, find the Watcher is A, and yeah, find Marius at the Grinning Balrog is B. I don't know, that's probably there before, I just totally didn't notice for some reason. That would make it easier to figure out which one was. I'm stupid. What's happening?
The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing there is sleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know.
What is amicable? A limber term for casual friend. Okay. Also, this guy is definitely going to be our next companion. Like, look at his outfit. That's his outfit is so detailed compared to everyone else's. Like, he's going to be our companion for sure. I can tell immediately. Like, come on. You don't give a guy like bazillions of details without it being an important character. You know, I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, Kai has been our companion for a bit now. You know, without any other instances of a companion, so I am surprised we haven't seen anyone yet, but I feel like he's gonna probably be a companion, this guy. Let's see how this plays out. Maybe you have him confused with someone else. I wouldn't let anyone talk to me like that. A real expert should be able to withstand being taunted by the letters.
Just watch. This'll be good.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be? Hiding behind stone walls all your life.
You don't know anything about me, you dear Nimdut. So maybe
Nimdut.
go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Duktik Drago Sakasat Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
Like a bazillion words in there. Nimdut. It's a fun word though. A limber term for an idiot jackass, often used in a friendly manner among colleagues. And you had like a whole sentence there, like, of another language. Dekte Dago. A vulgar limber phrase used in solace to angrily dismiss someone or tell them to go away. Then Saka Subt. We don't know what's. We don't get to know what Subt is apparently. Whatever. A vulgar limber term for shit or stuff. And the tool. Limber curse used in anger, similar to bastard. Plural. Totally. Because you need to know that. And what was that one? Oh, that was up there. Blessed. I don't know. I forgot how we said it. A limber expletive meaning damned. Always fun to have swears and stuff in other languages. I'm gonna try to remember Nimdut though. That's fun to say. Nimdut. Anyway. Nimdut. I'm probably gonna title the video that. Anyway, I'm going to stop this now. If it looks like he has this well under control, you know, Marius, do you think we should step in?
Marius can handle himself. Of course, if you're bored, we could always start something anyway.
I want to see how this goes. I think he got it under control.
I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
Huh. It just gives a powerful venom, but it's only deadly if it's injected. Okay, I was gonna say, like, did he just poison them? You know? Wait, he poisoned the man on a hunch? I think I like this guy. Poison the women for the weak. At least give them the dignity of a fair fight. Yeah, okay, well, thankfully we are scouts, so we know it's not deadly. I mean, yeah.
You know your stuff, but I doubt they do.
Envoy, you see? Will you stand by and allow this maniac to poison a fellow subject of the Emperor?
You'll survive. The last thing you went away. Now. Your body's on yourself. I came here to speak with Marius. I have no idea who you are. Don't you have somewhere else to be? Somewhere you won't get killed? Of course I will. This is hilarious.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods. You.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Okay then. So, hi. I like a beer.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person.
Okay. I mean, that's correct. Just looking at his sign. Yeah, look at all this stuff he has on. He's definitely gonna be a character. He's definitely gonna be a companion. Like, come on. What has happened? Redus is only harmful if it's ejected. You need to find some assassins, and Kai tells me you're the best one for the job. How do you and Kai know each other? I was getting into that kind of trouble. Yeah, why did you do that?
You know your poisons. It was a test. That guy's such a Nimdut, he thought he was doomed. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough.
I might suggest you use Hangman's Tear next time. Oh wait, the sun won't mess with you again. Remember the person didn't actually poison them. Wow. I need to find some assassins, and Kai tells me you're the best one for the job. What is Hangman's Tear? Is that actually a poison?
Smart. The effects are more widely known. Let their imagination run wild on them. Noted. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you.
Exactly. Do you know how to find them? How exactly do you know them? I'm hired to find them, not to escort you on. Kai, did you tell him already? How do you know that?
I've been keeping tabs on you since you got here. Godlike, looking like you do, and hauling Kai around like a sick puppy. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left that we can use to track them.
I don't know what it is, but this guy's voice sounds familiar. I want to look it up. Like, I'm sure I know this guy's voice for some reason. Let's see here. Let's see. Scott White. I don't know that name, but I might just be one of those guys who's been in everything. I mean, there's a lot of credits. At least 70, yeah, like, probably one of those guys you'll hear in every single game and everything. Probably why. Okay, nothing. Oh, he played Captain Quark? Maybe that's where I know him from? Maybe. He played more than once? And here it's looking for a thingy. He's got like a billion voice codes from random stuff all over the place. I don't know if he's always been the voice actor for Quark. That's definitely a voice I know. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just getting a little distracted here. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, he only voiced it in one game, it seems, because Jim Ward apparently voiced Captain Quark. Anyway, yeah, he's probably just one of those guys you hear everywhere, because he sounds so familiar for some reason. Now we know that the killer's from Paradise. What were we looking for at the town gates? Wouldn't he have cleared the area since then?
The assassins wouldn't go near that place anytime soon. And you don't have to worry much about people cleaning up in this town. We'll figure this out, Amakul. Don't you worry.
Like he... Oh, yeah, new companion. See, anyway. He sounds a lot, you know, like a freaking Nathan Drake type, you know? He sounds, you know, like protagonist voice. That's why I think he sounds so familiar. Like his voice is just very... Yeah, you know what I mean? Nathan Drake-esque freaking main character. You know, voice. That's why he sounds so familiar, because he got that little vibe to him, you know. I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's just interesting. And the reason I pointed out is because, you know, we have a Groffin character. You would expect him to have generic Groff character voice, you know, very Scottish Irish-esque vibe to it, you know, very like that type. It's so common that every time you see a Groffin character in anything, that's what they sound like. So it is appreciated that he's not just generic dwarf guy. I appreciate that at least. You know, it gets a little tiring. Not that I hate it, you know, it's fine, you know. You know. I'm sure people like doing the voice. That's why they do it. It's a fun voice. It's distinctive. It's just, you know, it's also a bit generic at this point. So I feel like, yeah, no. Maybe let's just not always do the same thing. So you just have a regular guy voice. Protagonist voice, apparently. That's what I'm calling it. That's fine. Anyway, new companion. Hey, look at that. Known as the best hunter in the wilderness known as the best hunter and wilderness guide in living lands, Marius has lived all over the living lands. There's no place he truly calls home. Marius uses ancient Pagunan stealth and survival techniques to gain the advantage over his foes, trapping them in gripping mines or disappearing from sight to ambush them with a silent sight. His senses are tuned to detect threats and objects scattered across the living lands. So, stealthy guy, compared to my new face guy. That guy is. I mean, he just jumps right in there and everything. Binding roots. Marius uses villainous law to root an enemy in place 5 seconds. That's a thing we can do as well, isn't it? Okay. Hunter's sense. Order Marius to scan for enemies, loot and plants in living lands. Oh. That could be useful, actually. Okay, so now you just go with me. So how does that work in here? So okay, Kai and Marius on each side. Okay, I see. So that sounds like there's only gonna be 2 companions you can have at once, maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know, but well, assuming we can have more, like, well, yeah, in here there was like, yeah, at least room for 4, right? So we're gonna have 2 more, probably. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have in here? So Hit the roots. Then the Heart Seeker. Marius takes aim and fires a piercing shot and that always hits his mark, passing through any obstacle in his path. Okay. Shadow Step. Marius vanishes into a cloud of smoke, then reappears near an enemy and slices them with his daggers. He repeats this up to 3 times. Fun. Marius attacks deal bleed accumulation. Okay, that's the passive, so probably gonna get that, cause again, like I using the active abilities is something I keep not really doing. Oh, he has 2 things, I think. Does he? Yeah, okay. It was just on the left. I thought it was in the bottom for some reason before. I mean, this sounds fun, doesn't it? This sounds fun. I'm gonna get it done. Sure. There we go. So, yeah. Yeah. That seems to make sense. Alright, new companion. Hey, look at that. Look at our little team. We didn't mean any offense by little. Gotta use my words more carefully here.
See, Marius? Told you I wasn't ready to hang it up yet.
I had it under control, Cool. But thanks.
Ah, it's the principle of the thing. Now, what'll it be?
Do you really let people use theft openly here?
As opposed to what?
Well, it's not for me to judge, so I'm just curious. Aren't self-induced visions unpredictable? How do you get away with it?
The way I see it, they're safer in here than they are out there. If someone starts thinking they're atheists, I can put them down for a nap.
Alright.
Suit yourself.
Suppose so. So it's been 50 minutes? It's been 50 minutes? I've done like nothing. What? How? Okay, well. Oops. How did it? Okay. I don't know. I guess reading those books and stuff took a while. I don't know. Wow, really? How the hell does time fly by so fast in this game? I feel like... I hear something. Around. Is it down here? Oh, there it is. I don't know. So you can... Oh, that's the wrong... Can I just do that? Whoops. The wrong thing. So you can use this.
Something nearby.
Okay, there it goes. That's how it shows up. Okay. That's pretty useful.
I know what you're doing.
Alright. Cool. Okay. I want to do that every single freaking area I go to. That's gonna be really annoying, but...
One moment.
This is the kind of thing I would do in, like... What games let you do that, like in... I think Assassin's Creed let you do that, and like... What else let you do that? Was it Witcher 3 that let you also have like a look at stuff everywhere button? Like you could just see where everything... I think it was Witcher 3, this is an ability, so I can't use it always. It's in the cooldown a little bit.
One moment.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna... You know, I might use it some places, just, you know... But I'm gonna try not to use it everywhere. Man, that's the episode? That's the freaking episode. Good lord. Well, yeah. I mean, I spent 15 minutes playing this video game, and I'm ready to stop because that's when I stop videos in an hour.
Just act natural. Nothing weird going on here. Why is that one looking at me?
Oh, hello,
Best
guy.
watch your step around here.
You're taller.
Envoy. This
Taller.
is my district.
How do you say that? Okay, well, I would like to talk to you, but
I
should I
suggest not spending
should
much
I
money on this
wait?
stuff. Leather bags travel a lot better. Wonder who
Oh,
he grows. Doesn't take much out of you.
that guy. Sorry, man. Third-born land beasts.
Those are the papers from the Deer and Refugees Group.
Oh, okay. Well, we got them. Must be all that then. Get all this quickly level up. What do we want? What do we want? More attack speed? I mean, we're using a faster weapon now, so maybe attack speed makes more sense. I was using a 7 just because of the things we have on. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I do fear that at some point I'm going to find something else I want on. Then my constitution is going to be bad. Because right now it's only a 2 normally. Okay, let's get more dexterity. Yeah, sure, let's get more dexterity. That seems to make sense, I think. Right. What was it I wanted? There was something specific I wanted. Was it this? Yes, but I can only get this at level 8, so that doesn't matter because I'm at level 6. Right. More health, maybe just. I don't think there's anything I really wanted. Alright, I have. Right. Take a sword spears. I'm using a dagger, right? That's the dagger I'm using. I think technically. Does it say specifically anywhere? Am I blind? One-handed melee unique. I mean, does it say specifically? I mean, it looks like a dagger, but left this dagger. Okay, the description said at least a dagger. Yeah, it could be something else technically. I don't know, but power attacks, piercing thrusts. I mean, I do feel like I want to get more upgrade materials. Maybe I should get that. Again, like, yeah, I could get upgrades to these, and that would be cool, but more health, that's what I want. Just health is just always good to have, you know. Feels so boring in comparison, but also health feels boring. I'm getting health. There we go, screw it. So I have to be that late as well though. So yeah. It's fine, I guess. Maybe I'll get that next time. Who knows? Cause yeah. Once we're able to pick for level 7. Alright, what I really do this episode? Man, wow, crazy. I feel like nothing happened. I feel like nothing happened. Like, we just talked to some people. I don't know. We got a new companion. That's fun. You know, it's nice. But like, really? That took an hour? All that? I don't know. I guess just there's just a lot of reading. Is that really why? I guess so. Man. Well, again, I'm not in a hurry to beat this game by any means. But I do want to move on a little bit sometimes. Like, I'm not trying to be slow by any means. It just so happens that things take a while in this game. I don't know. Like, as I said before, this is the kind of game where you are intended to play it for hours and hours at a time, not 1 hour at a time like I'm doing. That seems pretty clear. Yeah, well, yeah, not much else I can do. That's the episode. Wow. Okay. There you go. Okay, yeah, well, I guess bye? Yeah, bye.